G'day and welcome back to the channel where we explore landscape photography here in Australia. This video presents the highlights from the last year or so, showcasing my best images and favourite experiences. With luck, I might even inspire you to get outdoors, with or without a camera, and grant yourself some peace or challenge in this beautiful country of ours. We'll kick things off in Victoria, not too far from home, with a snow hike to Dibbon's Hut on Mount Hotham. I had already photographed this historic old building a few times over the years, but really wanted an image free of people and tents. I decided that winter might solve that problem and headed up very early in the season. A huge dump of snow arrived, transforming the place into a winter wonderland and granting me the day to myself.
Alright, Dibbon's Hut in the snow. Finally made it. Just punch in. You can just see it in the background. Quite liking these little blobs of snow over the grass here. You get down quite low to see them though. If you come up, it's not quite as good. Snowing. What a delightful spot, hey? Look at that scene. And then we've got the river over on this side. Cracker of a spot.
Hikers following the Hotham to Falls Alpine crossing, you might prefer nearby Blair's Hut, not that much further on, which also has a nice little stream and plenty of camping space. The next highlight of the year was a snowshoe hike out of Guthiga. Driving up, we saw every car park taken, with vehicles completely snowed in. Somehow, right at the end, we managed to nab the very last available spot. Our young lad and I headed upstream following the snowy river through some pretty grim weather. It was an exhausting experience, trudging for hours whilst being pelted in the face with sleet and snow. Despite, or perhaps because of this, we enjoyed every minute of it. Explored the river and famous swinging bridge before making our way back to Guthiga in the very last of the twilight, tired but happy. Clark Gorge is quite possibly the best short nature walk in the northern end of Kosciuszko. The path weaves its way through spectacular 400 million year old cliffs, alongside and across a lovely clear stream. If you want to reach the beautiful Coolaman Falls, there will be no less than 7 river crossings. However, do not let that deter you. It is these very crossings that give the trek its fun factor, particularly on a nice warm day. On our many attempts at photographing this area, we used gumboots to allow for shooting from the water for long periods, but most people chose an old pair of sneakers and simply ploughed through the water. Having watched one poor chap take an epic backwards fall, I can also recommend trekking poles for increased stability. On another memorable trip, we managed an overnight hike from Guthaga to the brightly painted Valentine Hut, which was about 36 kilometres return. It was a steep walk, but fortunately had plenty of fresh water, which greatly helped to reduce pack weight.
Looks like dawn has delivered a little bit of colour. A few bands of pink and orange. We're just shooting away.
In the Canberra area, we had a lovely evening waiting for the light at Red Rock Gorge. We sat on a rock listening to the sounds of the river as it carved its way past towering cliffs. When the sun sank low, their colour intensified, allowing me to capture this image. Over the course of the year, I spent quite a bit of time in the ever-beautiful Blue Mountains, revisiting familiar locations and also discovering new ones, such as this viewpoint from Walls Lookout. On one particular rainy and foggy day, we found Witch's Leap Falls at Katoomba to be looking especially photogenic, the best I've ever seen it.
Dark storm clouds and a golden light on the subject. It's looking good.
With more rain around, we were scouting for ideas and happened upon the well-hidden Ironbark Falls, a little oasis on the central coast. Eventually finding the overgrown track, we walked into this pretty scene, nicely shaded amongst a lush forest.
Just here at Patonga Wharf, photographing the sunset. A little bit of direct light in the background. We have some nice light, finally. Dramatic light on the background, look at that. And across the boats.
Down at Bermagui, I decided to have another go at photographing the precarious Lone Tree Rock.
So incredibly, we do actually have a bit of cloud. And I've been trying to capture this reflection, but of course I'm having to focus stack the heck out of it. So one on the tree, one about there in the mid-ground, one about here, and then one in the extreme foreground. I'll see if that stacks up nicely.
This year also saw us back at Royal National Park, once more lured by the impressive cliffs and the spectacle of a waterfall crashing into the ocean. It was in good form, even with the updraft forcing the falling water to flow upwards. Home in Victoria, some shorter trips also yielded nice images. Having explored Wilson's Prom countless times, it keeps luring me back with its mountains rising dramatically from a coastal environment.
Hey, I think we might actually have some light. Beautiful, filling up the valley. Nice.
On this occasion, I started photographing the wide valley, but needed some foreground. Reacting quickly, I relocated just as the sun found a gap in some low clouds and streamed light beams onto the landscape. So that's it for this video. If anyone would like to order a print, I'll put the website address up now. Wish you all the best. May you also find peace and beauty in nature.